As promised, this is how to catch up when you are feeling financially behind. In our last video, we discussed why we are feeling behind financially. In this video, we're going to be discussing how to catch up when you are feeling financially behind. Let's be clear, this is not going to be an easy process, but with the information that I am equipping you guys with, you can get started on changing your financial outlook and your situation. If you don't know, my name is Naja. Here on my channel, I talk about budgeting, saving, mortgage-free, as well as side hustle income and all types of topics in between there. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the notifications, as well as part 3 of this series that will be coming out after this video. If you didn't get caught up on part 1, make sure that you go back to watch that video on feeling behind financially, and here's why. I'll make sure I leave that up in the eye in the sky so that you can go ahead and look at that video, as well as a pinned comment for you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you coming back and showing this video love. Let's talk about how we can catch up, because we've already identified the feelings and the things and the mindset of why we're financially behind or why we're feeling that way. Let's talk about how we can catch up. The first thing that you need to do in this whole process of catching up is change your mindset. I wanted to make sure that this was first on the list because I feel like this is very important for individuals. Like, we could talk about do this, do that, make sure you're following up with this, make sure you're tracking that, make sure that you don't forget to do this or put this on a timer, or make sure that you're not doing this. However, I do feel as though mindset shift is going to be the biggest factor and the most important thing that you need to do in order to change your financial situation, and so that you can catch up from feeling financially behind. It does no good if you do all of these things, but your mindset is still the same way of how it was previously to you catching up. So one of the things that I need for you to do, or several of the things that I need for you to do, is I need for you to make sure that you have patience, that you are open and willing to learn, along with understanding old habits that may need to be given up. I'm going to say that again because I feel like that's very important. I need for you to have patience, be open and willing to learn, along with understanding that old habits may need to be given up. Now, this is going to be a hard reality of the journey ahead, but it's also going to be a necessary mindset shift that you will need to have in order for this to be successful and to work for you. Remember, this is not just a short-term thing that we're doing. This is for the long haul. This is for generations and decades to come. Because if you are able to shift your financial situation, then you will be able to share that with other individuals in your life. You'll be able to share it with your children, your grandchildren, family members, co-workers, all of those individuals that may need your assistance. So it's going to be super important for you to be able to change your mindset and have that already cemented in your mind of those things that I just stated. Now, the second thing that you will need to do in order to catch up when you are feeling financially behind is to assess your financial situation. What exactly do I mean by assess your financial situation? One of the things that I need for you to do is to make sure that you list out your assets. So your assets are things that generate or provide cash flow money for you. They're positive things. So some examples of assets could be savings, investments, properties. And then also I need for you to list out your liabilities. Liabilities are those things that negatively may affect you. So any type of debts, loans, bills that are overdue. You will also need to make sure that you visually see your glow and your grow for your finances. So what I mean by this is, in the education world, we often say glow and grow. It's pretty much where your glow is the things that you're doing correct in education, the things that you outshine, and the things that you do very, very well. But the grow are the things that you need to work on in education for your students and or for yourself. So we call it a glow and a grow report. I need for you to write down your income and your expenses. Where does the money reside? How much money do you realistically have to work with? If you don't even know how much that you're having coming in to your bank account or your Chime card or wherever that you receive your money, you don't even know exactly what is going on. If you don't even know what assets you have or your liabilities, that is one of the first steps that we need to do, is to assess our financial situation so that we can see a good, clear picture of what exactly is going on. Which brings me to the next thing that we will need to do in order to catch up when we're feeling financially behind, is to set clear financial goals. We need to look at short-term and long-term and make sure that we're ranking them by urgency or importance. Everything is not important. Everything is not urgent right away. So, for example, a short-term goal could be you paying off some overdue bills that you have. You may need to go ahead and contact your utility company to work out a payment plan or see if there are any programs that they have available to assist you in order to pay off the balance, and or for your future, maybe knock off some of the amount of the bill and reduce it for you so that's much more manageable for you. A long-term goal can look like getting caught up on those utility bills and getting a month ahead on them. So here we have the example of the utility bills. On one hand, they may be behind. On another hand, they may be caught up, as well as you're getting a month ahead on them. The fourth thing that we need to do in order to catch up when we're feeling financially behind is make sure that we have a realistic budget. What does a realistic budget look like? A realistic budget looks like the essential expenses first. So the essential expenses could be housing, utilities, food, transportation, healthcare, etc. Whatever is essential for you and your household. This also means reducing to eliminate non-essential costs. So what are non-essential costs? Those could be subscriptions, memberships, such as those things that, you know what, sometimes those are out of sight, out of mind, and you're paying those things and you're not even using them. So for an example, for me, I recently canceled my gym membership, which is saving me $27 per month. I was paying for a gym membership from August 2024 all the way through February 2025. Let's go ahead and calculate how much exactly that was that I was throwing away, and I was not even going to the gym. So that's $27, and that is 7 months. That's $189, guys. Do you know what I could have been doing with that $189? So see, it's so important that you cancel those memberships that you're not even doing anything with. Now I'm able to go ahead and have that money and redirect it into other areas of my budget and my finances where it can actually help me instead of hurting me. Depending on your comfort level, set up automatic payments. And this is part of the realistic budget. If you are comfortable with doing so and you don't have a fear of, oh my gosh, they're just going to take out all of my money and I don't know what's going to happen with it, designate a small amount for automatic payments. You can start off doing this by designating a small amount to your savings account that automatically comes out, especially if you don't want to start putting your bills on auto pay at this time. The fifth thing that we can do in order to catch up when we're feeling financially behind is one of my favorite things to do. And you guys know I have talked about this so many times, and have showed you guys so many ways that you can do this. This is something that I personally believe in, and I have an entire playlist that talks about it. If you have guessed it, yes, that is correct. Increase your income. Now, why is this so important to increase our income? You can increase your income for various reasons. Maybe your regular job or your contract job is just not enough, and it doesn't seem like it's going to ever get you ahead. There is a such thing as being underemployed, where your expenses and the things that you need to pay, especially those essential expenses, they don't add up. The math isn't mathing with what you are bringing in as far as your income. So some ways that you can increase your income is through various side hustles that you can do. Selling unused or gently used items, overtime at your job, a part-time job, using your already existing skills to offer services. This can help you with your regular means of income, as it may not be enough to catch you up financially where you need to be. You guys know that I do several different side hustles Currently, I'm doing several product reviews, some for Amazon and some for an independent company. They have paid me out quite well for the different various reviews that I have completed and that I have done. I also earn through other means such as apps that I use. Scanning receipts, just as simple as scanning receipts in order to get cash back, as well as if I go to get gasoline for my vehicle, I'm also able to get cash back by using the Upside app doing that. So definitely increasing your income is going to help catch you up when you are financially behind. The number 6 way that we are going to look at being able to catch up financially is by paying off debt. Why is this so important? Paying off debt is super important in being able to catch up financially because that debt pretty much saddles you. It keeps you behind. It keeps you having to pay someone else the minimum amount as well as the interest that is tagged onto it, when that money that you are now paying could be going towards your savings. It could be going towards your investments. It could be going towards paying for a skill to upgrade your knowledge in order to get maybe a better job or a better position within your company. So paying off debt is essential. You want to either use the debt avalanche method, which the debt avalanche method is that you're paying off the high interest debt first. The snowball method, which is another way to pay off debt, is that you're paying off the smallest debt first. You also may want to look at negotiating with creditors if you're in a position to do so. Again, this will need to be part of your setting clear financial goals with your realistic budget in order to see if you can even negotiate with creditors. And this is all dependent upon your income level and how much extra you're able to earn with those side hustles that we talked about. This is the part right here where I'm going to remind you guys of having patience, being open, and willing to learn. This part may realistically be 2 steps forward and, as I stated before, 3 steps back. It's a lot. It is absolutely a lot. Yes, it is. And I want you guys to take time to write out what I went over in these steps 1 through 6. This is going to be your homework assignment from this teacher until we meet again on part 3, where I will discuss more ways that you can catch up when you are feeling financially behind. If you happen to enjoy this video, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and comment below. Which one of these right here that I have shared are you going to look at starting to implement? And or have you already started implementing this and started changing some things up? I would love to hear it in the comments section and be able to interact with you. If you are not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the all notification bell so that you don't miss part 3. And or if you haven't looked at part 1, make sure you go and look at that as well. Until the next video, bye!